Have you ever heard of office condos? Well, in this video, I'm gonna break down for you what they are and how they work in plain English. If you run a small business and you're tired of leasing and paying rent to your landlord, office condos may be interesting for you. Or if you want to get into commercial real estate investing without having to spend millions of dollars to purchase your first property, office condos may be for you. Office condos are small office units that you're able to buy instead of lease. Each unit is usually between 1,200 and 1,250 square feet. So a developer will buy land and build several individual 5,000 square foot buildings. Within each 5,000 square foot building, they will split up units of 1,200 to 1,250 square feet. So instead of having to buy the whole building, you can buy an individual unit. And so office condos are unique because they allow small businesses to own the space they operate their business in without having to spend $5–10 million on an office building. Also, they let investors that want to get into commercial real estate buy their first property at a price point that doesn't require millions and millions in capital. Now, how much do they cost? Well, the pricing depends on specifics such as location, what the build out looks like, but normally they sell for between $350,000 to $450,000 per 1,200 to 1,250 square foot unit. And so if a business needs more space than that 1,200 to 1,250 square feet, the floor plans are designed to make it easy to combine multiple units. Office condos are especially popular in the Houston area. We have sold many of them over the years. Let's get into more specifics of who buys these office condos. There are two main types of buyers. The first is users, and the second is investors. Let's start with users. A user is someone who buys a property so they can run their business out of it. Common users include law firms, accountants, architects, engineers, therapists, marketing companies, real estate firms, just any normal office users. Medical users are also common in office condos. They can include primary care doctors, pediatricians, podiatrists, chiropractors, med spas, and many more. Most of these businesses have been paying rent for years. They find out about office condos and they're ready to buy and own their own space. Office condos are perfect for them because traditional office buildings in this size range typically don't exist. And so if you only need 1,200 to 2,500 square feet for your business, historically the only option you've had if you want to own your own building is to buy something much larger than the 1,200 to 2,500 square feet you need and lease out the rest to other tenants. But if you're not in the real estate business, you probably don't want to become a landlord. It's distracting from your core business, and it's usually a headache. And even if you did want to become a landlord, you probably don't have millions of dollars lying around to buy a big building anyway. So that's where office condos come in and provide a real value. You get to own your own space without having to own and manage an entire building with a bunch of different tenants. Now let's talk about investors. Investors buy office condo units with the intent of leasing them out to other tenants as an investment. The tenants are usually the same types of businesses that would buy an office condo, but just aren't quite ready to own yet. And so at $350,000 to $450,000 per unit, office condos are one of the most accessible ways to get into commercial real estate investing. Most types of commercial properties require you to spend millions, but office condos let you break in at this much lower price point. We see a mix of first-time investors and seasoned investors buying office condos. And a lot of them are people who have owned residential rental properties in the past and want to move and graduate into commercial real estate investing. And office condos let them do that without needing to raise millions of dollars or take on big risks. Another big benefit of office condos is they're very easy to own. Whether you're buying to use for your business or buying from an investor, you're only responsible for the interior of your unit. We call it walls in. So the sheetrock walls on each side of your unit in, that's what you're responsible for. The condo association takes care of the rest, all of the common areas, the parking lot, the landscaping, the sidewalks, the exterior lighting, the roof, the structure, and the foundation. The association even carries the property insurance for the structure itself, and so the insurance you have to purchase for the interior is a lot cheaper and simpler than a traditional property insurance policy. Now, of course, there is a monthly association fee that you pay that covers all these expenses, And most of these monthly fees are about $250 to $300 per month per unit. But for most people, it's well worth it. You don't have to worry about replacing a roof. You don't have to worry about fixing foundation problems or dealing with exterior maintenance or changing light bulbs in the parking lot. The association takes care of it for you. Now let's talk about where office condos are located. Office condos are almost always going to be located in suburban areas, not in the city. Why? Well, very simple. These are single-story buildings, and that takes up a lot of land. An office condo developer can't afford to pay for land what a multifamily developer could pay that's going to buy the land and build 4 stories of apartments, or what an office tower developer could pay to build a 6-story office building. You can only sell a single story for so much, and so the land has to be affordable. And to give you an idea of where these are typically located within the greater Houston region specifically, we've sold office condos in cities such as Katy, Sugar Land, Missouri City, Pearland, Fulshire, Montgomery County, Conroe, Spring, Atascocita, Magnolia, and the Woodlands. So you get the idea of the types of areas that these developments typically are located in. And so office condos are a unique niche within commercial real estate, and people absolutely love them. If you've been leasing office space and you're ready to own, or if you're a commercial real estate investor or want to become a commercial real estate investor, but don't want to spend many millions to buy your first deal, office condos are one of the most accessible paths out there to get into commercial real estate investing. At Aspire Commercial, we're the top experts in the greater Houston region on office condos specifically, so reach out if you have any questions or if you want to learn more about how office condos work or just become further educated on the product type. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more commercial real estate breakdowns in plain English.